A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Miami's head coach told me before the game, this is a separation game. We are right in this conference championship race, but today is the day we show we're the better team. He wants to use that home field advantage, make sure the crowd is up, on their feet, and loud. But he says, guys, we've got to give them something to cheer about early to start the game so we can use that home field advantage. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Miami's offense will take the field first. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Looking for a gap. It's Fletcher. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. False start on offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Here's Mensah to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the...
Makes the grab in their space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle.
Over plays and then find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering.
Grabs it, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Pitt Panthers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Mason Heinzel led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm, and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Lets it fly. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Now on the return. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge, make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in? Can I get back to this later?
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Canes. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Catch in the middle, it's Knight. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Throwing, Mensah. Under fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Mensah. Pressure coming. And down he goes. Now after the sack, there is a man still down. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Unloads to the wideout. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a...
Snags it and he's open. What a cut. Now he's loose. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Pitt pushing the pace.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum there.
There he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And that is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that, and we've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so we can come up and make a play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Miami sideline. Guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, Holly.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Finds his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's Mensah to throw. Here's the pressure. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Pass is knocked away, incomplete, and how good is it to have a linebacker who can cover that much ground? The Canes will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
How about the turn of events there? You're going to go play defense. You didn't even have the football anymore, but what do? You scoop it up. You almost put the ball in the end zone. You go inside the 10 and set your offense up. What a momentum swing.
It's complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now it's 3rd and goal. He's got it again. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Finds his man. It's Knight. Brought down at the 12-yard line. That's a 1st down and maybe the start of a long drive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The pocket broke down and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rusher. He's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Hurricane. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And they come up with a huge pick-6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Pocket breaking down. Working the middle. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Pitt calls it second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Under fire. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better.
He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 9 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's the Aggies with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Let's give the defense there some credit on third down. They took all the options away, throwing downfield, forced him to check it down to his back in the perimeter, and then they rushed to the ball carrier, showing you the speed, nowhere to go, forcing him out of bounds.
Here's the return. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some, look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Gets it out quickly.
when you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are...
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
On target. Touchdown, Miami! And the beatdown has ensued.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. Runs through the tackle. Here's a little room there. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Bringing the heat. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking for room. It's Fletcher. Got enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends in the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Turner. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Now facing a third and long. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. And the Canes decide to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The run inside. It's Turner. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Turns it loose. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. A give to Brown. It's a fumble on the play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Balls and fired complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. And he missed it. No good. And guys, this will stay a 24-point game. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Turner. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Here comes the heat. And he's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. One more time, it's Brown. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. And that is how we will wrap this one up. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.